Hello and welcome back to Flute Salad. Welcome to something a little bit different. A few things before we actually start. I may or may not have just woken up, as you may or may not be able to tell by whatever is going on up here. This is a little analysis video on the first teaser trailer we were shown with gameplay for Sonic Frontiers. I was intending to do this when we got the thing on the 9th at the Summer Games Fest, and they just stealth dropped this now, and then apparently also we're getting more today, like a full thing. There's just a teaser for that full thing. So I wanted to actually go through the trailer and share my thoughts and I guess analyze it a little bit. This little teaser. I'll probably do another one tomorrow when we get full gameplay. We get full gameplay today. I'll probably do it and upload it tomorrow. So let's just play the trailer now. Okay, so that's the trailer. I'm just going to quickly now go through it at a quarter of the speed, and then we'll go through it again, proper analysing the thing. So I want to just talk about things I can see. We don't really care about the Sega logo, or the Sonic team. No one cares. Okay, right, let's move on. So it starts the CG cutscene we've seen before. It's actually really nice. I like the running cycle or animation. I might try and redo it. And we cut immediately to gameplay where he runs through a forest, and it looks like he boosts there, but he's got no aura around him. And it fades out, and we come back to the wheel. Now I'll analyze fully what I think this wheel is a bit later. But as you see, that's doing some sort of scan or something, I'm not quite sure. And you've got these enemies, and this whole bit here actually reminds me slightly of Sonic and the Black Knight. I don't know what it is, but it reminds me slightly of that. Also, you can see the homing reticle. I hope we have an option to turn the homing reticle off in the full game. That'd be real nice. But it's Sonic Team, you never know. Sonic kind of like torpedoes into these, like, this enemy here, or this group of enemies. I'm not quite sure what that is there. And then he does a spin kick, and kills them all. And you can see all the rails up in the sky. I'll get onto them in a little bit. As see here, he's going along. It is the same actual model as used in Sonic Forces, and a lot of the animations are the same. But I think it looks better here than it does in Sonic Forces. I think I said Sonic Unleashed. I think it looks better here than it does in Sonic Forces, because the actual blue is bluer. In Sonic Forces, it's quite light, and then obviously he runs up this big tower thing that we saw in the previous CGI trailer, and it's dead, and that's all we see. So let's go back to the beginning, and then we can go through bit by bit and analyze each bit. So we got this little bit here. The CG is really nice. Mars Animation Planet, of course. Who else is it going to be that puts out CG? Sonic the Hedgehog this nice, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, and then we skip forward a little bit, and we cut into gameplay. So here it looks like he's boosting. And the way I'm going to tell that is he's got his hands closed there, look. And then also he slows down any second. So he's got his hands closed, balled up into fists. As he runs through these bits of trees, I imagine these smaller trees here, you'd probably be able to pass through them. The bigger ones on the right probably have collision. I don't think these smaller ones will. And also you can see the trees actually slightly fade out as he gets close to them. So you can, still see. And then look, his hands are beginning to open, and he slows down a little bit and gets slightly closer to the camera. And then he boosts again there, and gets further away from the camera, and his fists close again. So that leads me to believe maybe one of the two things. Maybe the person just stopped boosting for a little bit. Maybe it's the boost more like Sonic Unleashed PS2 and Wii, where you had, like, as you picked up rings and defeated enemies, it would build up like a gauge, but it would be split into different sections, and when you boosted, it would use up that one section of boost. It might be something like that. I kind of hope it's not, but it might be something like that. Also, you can see, I want to quickly touch on this, the thing we really need to be good is the control. It still looks like his turning circle is really big, look. like he's not really turning there at all. That could just be the person's holding the analog slightly, and I'm hoping that's what it is, because later on we see him go around the circle. What I personally think is that when you're running normally, he's going to have pretty bad control. I'm going to be that guy. It looks like it's essentially... Oh, hi, Hugo! Come here. Go to everybody. Come here. It looks to me like Sonic Forces control, which... oh, it's very... similar to Sonic Forces at least, and I'll touch on the thing later on. As you see, his fists there are balled up when he's boosting, so I think it was probably boosting before. Come up here. It's Hugo! Say hi! You don't want to say hi? Okay. Come in then. Yeah. And he boosts off here. We can actually see buildings and stuff on the left, and something in front of us there, and we see these stacks of stone towers all over the place actually. So I wonder what that's about. But you see a big tower there on the left. I imagine that's probably going to be something you can go up, and maybe like a big checkpoint or something, or like an Assassin's Creed thing, where like you go up the tower and it fills up an area on the map or something. So you can actually see something like that. I imagine is what's going to happen. And then we got onto this hamster wheel looking thing. Now, before we talk about that, you can see grind rails everywhere. On the left there, going up in the big circle, and on the right it kind of loops over that bridge, kind of like bit of terrain. And I've seen a lot of people complaining about the rails, be like, oh, they look out of place. One, I'm sorry, I'm falling off my screen. One, Sonic's always had floating rails, it's just you can see them from the floor now. Two, I actually think it looks quite cool. The one that goes around the loop, I guess, kind of maybe look a bit odd, but the other ones, like up in the sky, I think that looks cool and interesting, and I think it will probably have something to do with the story, you know, or it'll be like, oh, some luscious place has been taken over, and or you know, like has this strange like alien threat or something, and you got all these things here. You got bridges and you got like rings on them and stuff. But as I'm going to play this clip now, I see he's on the hamster wheel. They actually lights up and charges up at the bottom. And then when we cut to the next shot, you can see the actual blue. It's blue all the way around, so that's after it's been fully charged. Is what I think is it's either doing some sort of scan for something that you need to activate it, or it's already activated now, and that is actually one of a few things. Either to get to another area, or a fast travel location, or a portal to the actual stages, the cyberspace stages that we got in all the leaks, which appear to be true by the looks of things, and everything said in those leaks is true. So I'm going to assume the cyberspace levels are a real thing, and that could be a pathway to one of them. There's also another leak from a while back said that there's every cyberspace level you get a Chaos Emerald, so maybe there's 7 of these little portals hidden or something. Maybe you have to find them. I don't know. It's got a big question mark next to it though. And we do see question marks later on, so that might just be some sort of mark of something, or it might be just showing that that is where these are. There's also some red thing on the rail over there, I've just noticed. Right, where's my mouse? Right there. I'm not sure what that is, but again, here, as you can see, we go around in a circle, which doing that sort of turning circle there, that especially that little bit at the end there, that would have been absolutely impossible in Sonic Forces, and people were like, oh yeah, maybe the controls are different. I don't think the main controls are going to be different, but the leak said you push Y or triangle, and it'd do this, and you could go around a circle and send the enemy up, and you could kill them. Alright, so I think when he does that, that activates like this mode, and when he does that, he'll have tighter controls. So I think you'll probably be able to do that if you want to get around a tight corner. So if you're going along, you want to go to the left, and you're not going to make the corner, go forward, push, he's having a temper tantrum, go forward, push Y or triangle to activate it, and then I think you might be able to make that turn. I think that'll probably be some sort of substitute for the drift mechanic that we used to have back in the day. It's raining here, so we're obviously going to get different weather. There's a platform over there with rings on it. I don't know why I'm pointing, you can't see. These enemies here look quite interesting. They give me Sonic Unleashed, not Unleashed, Sonic and the Black Knight vibes, which I quite like, because I like Sonic and the Black Knight. In fact, this whole clip here does. So he goes around it, he launches the enemy into the air, he jumps up, and then homing attacks it, and then he might look like he's going for another attack. Because the thing said, the original leaks from ages ago, said there'll be combat in the open world and the cyberspace levels, which is obviously what this appears to be. But I want to see, does he look like he's going in for another attack before it cuts? Because I can't tell if that enemy's still alive or not. No, it just cuts right away. It could be going in for another attack, or I guess he could just fall to the floor. We don't know. This thing here... I'm fine. This thing here... well, before we actually talk about this, you can see in the distance you've got all the rails and stuff. I think the rails look cool. And you see the ones up in the sky over there? Now, do you want to get down? Go on then. The rails up in the sky over there, whether you'll be able to get to those, I don't know. Because some of these rails are definitely for decoration. Like that one there, 100% for decoration. These ones here you could probably get to. I don't know where it's going to take you, because you could obviously get into it over there and jump up to that one. Go around this thing here. I don't know where it takes you, unless you're supposed to go the other way, but then I don't see why there'd be the drop other than it looks cool. Here, again, you can see I was talking about, they've got another one of those question marks over there, so that could be another of the circle things, another portal. That could be something else, because I think this area here has also got a question mark we see later on. And these enemies here, they're like big ball-looking enemies, and you can see he keeps attacking them. I imagine that's probably just going to be mash one button to kill them. This thing, yeah, look there, on the right, that's got another one of those markers, and it's got some sort of red thing over here. Here you can see a spring just floating in the air. I'm not quite sure what that is. But the spring is kind of like got the same colour outline around it as he does. So maybe you get like power springs that will launch you towards enemies. It reminds me slightly of the laser wisp, which worries me. I really hope the wisps are not in this game. Here on the left you can see some sort of building or structure or something. I'm not quite sure what that is. You can see it there, and here he goes along. There's some sort of weird tower looking thing on the right. A bit of a ramp. Maybe get up that ramp if you get enough speed, jump, make it onto the rail. The rail actually looks like it goes nowhere. So, who knows? And then he does this like zigzag thing. Yeah, look, there's a question mark. Of some sort of temple looking thing. He does a zigzag thing which reminds me of the laser wisp, and I hope the wisps do not appear in this game. I guess it's just showing you different ways you can attack. He then does this animation, which I've seen a lot of people moaning about, and I'll be honest, it does look a bit odd. I don't hate it as much as other people seem to be hating it, but I think it's a bit odd. You can see all the rails up here. I mean, some of these, like this one, are we going to be able to get to that? I doubt it. Unless I might connect to that one. They'll be going for a cloud. They're going to implement cloud mechanics. This one's got rings and things, so you'll definitely be able to get on there. These ones up there, like, could you get there? I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. Here we see him actually grinding on some rails round a big tower somewhere. Using the same rail animation and everything as is in Sonic Forces, but they reused a lot of animations from Sonic Forces, which had pretty lacking animations to begin with, but whatever. You can see some sort of like temple castle thing in the water, which I think might be interesting. But again, the grinding comes down to literally, I think, just it's probably mostly automated. Has been in a lot of recent games. I'd like something in even just like Sonic 06 where you just push a button and just chug and flip around on the rails and speed up a little bit. That would be nice, but it doesn't look like we're getting that. You can see here there are some rings. You've got 2 rings and then a rainbow ring. What looks like a spring there. So he'd obviously go for there, hit the spring, maybe bounce up to the top of the tower. I'm not quite sure. You can see another one of those question mark points down there, and some more buildings. I'm gonna go back there. More buildings and temples and things. The world looks like it is full of things. So obviously, maybe that's the ground where it started on. Went round, came round there. There's obviously more rails over there. So it looks like there's a lot actually to explore. There's a ring down there I've just seen, and a spring, and another spring there. So probably spring, maybe like spring ring, or like spring ring. I don't know. But I haven't seen them before, so that's obviously going to take you somewhere where we don't know. In fact, we could probably go back. Because that looks like there's nothing there. There are some little things here. Maybe it will just bounce you up over there. I don't know. Who knows? You know, we'll have to wait and see. There is a bit of terrain down there on the right. Maybe it will lead you there. Maybe you come from there. Here you can see one of the enemies we saw from the CGI trailer, where he thumps down like the big Titan-looking things. And he runs up it here. So he runs. These I imagine will completely automated. They'll probably be speed boosts. Maybe this will be what the speed boosts like throughout the game. But he speed boosts up, and then he gets to, there's some sort of bird there he runs past. He gets to this one though, and he just stops speed boosting and just flies up. So, you know, that's another sign this bit will be fully automated. But again, I'm fine with automation where it's not needed. The problem with Sonic Forces, it was pretty much entirely automated. This, it looks like, you know, you get to there and it would just help you get up, because it's quite a small thing. Sonic moves quite fast. It'd probably be easy just to fall off or run off the edge or something, so I'm not too annoyed by that. I'd rather that than like have invisible walls at the edges. Here we can see a bunch of rails and things and buildings and bridges and castles, everything. It looks really cool here. There's another tower over there. I'm excited to see what that's all about. This here looks similar, this bit of terrain looks similar to where he was before. In fact, this bit here is the bit of terrain where that donut thing was, the hamster wheel. That was like exactly there, because you still got that bit of bridge, the bits after it. So that was like there. So, yeah, this obviously is the top of some sort of boss, I think, and he hits it. Again, I think you're going to hit it once, and then you're going to have to hit it again, and then just keep mashing the button. That'll be destroyed. And it falls apart like that. And then you can see another one of those things here. This could be a portal to the cyberspace levels. We literally don't know. That could just be a bit of decoration. It could be a fast travel point. Who knows? You got another question mark there with something there in a big tower. Again, we don't really know about a lot of this. This could be the tower he was at before on the grind rails. I'm not quite sure. And then that's the end, and we just get the logo, the thing where it says Zap, and everyone thought it was like, oh, it's called Sonic Zap. I think though what this is going to be is the leaks said you could do different shapes when you attack. Like, we've got the circle one there where you loop round, it floats them up into the sky. Maybe it'd be one if you do like a Z or something, or like an A. Who knows, you know, maybe we'll get different sort of attacks. But that is basically that trailer. I've been talking for 17 minutes about a 30-second clip, so hopefully if we get at least 5 minutes of footage today, that's going to be a long video. Anyway, that's going to end it here. Goodbye!